Hi Libra, welcome to I Am Destiny Calling Tarot. Today will be your weekly reading, which will cover the time frame of December the 8th through December 14th. And this will be a general reading for the collective. So you may notice that things resonate perhaps a few days before those dates, maybe even a few days after. So let's go ahead and get started. As always, we'll pull an energy oracle card. So this will signify the overall energy for your reading. Spirit, please provide us with messages for Libra during the time frame of December the 8th through December 14th. What messages would you like to have come forward for Libra? Okay, so your card came out as the Lake card, which is going to be symbolic here of stillness. So we'll go ahead, we'll get our spread started and try to get quite a few cards pulled and see what kind of patterns we can get to kind of clarify the overall energy of stillness. Libra, you tend to be quite calm and just chill. So I think this is you being in your natural state. We have Hanged Man. Here's your first card. Spirit, please provide us with messages for Chariot. Messages for Libra. Messages would you like to have come forward for Libra during the time frame of December the 8th through December 14th? The Sun card. Already 3 major arcana cards. Oh. My dog is in the background, very much snoring at the moment. Just so you know, if you hear some really odd noises. All right, back to the spread. Spirit, what messages would you like to have come forward for Libra? So we have 6, 9. Let's try to go for at least one more card. And there it is. Okay, cups. 3 swords down here in a row. Sorry guys, I'm just getting stuff out of my way here. Okay. So So we're going to start out with your first card being the Hanged Man. So this is an interesting card to come up first off in your reading. This can generally symbolize a time to stop resisting. So you maybe, for a lot of you, I feel, sorry, my hands are quite shaky today. Okay, I do feel in the energy that there could possibly be not a lot, but a little bit of overthinking in a situation. And it might be time to still your mind to allow you to stop resisting in a situation. Um, you might simply just be waiting. There might be delays, readjustments that need to be made. You're in just a time really that's requiring you to have outside of the box thinking and really just learning to accept things the way they are, and that there are certain things in life that are really out of our control. So overall, I'm very much hearing this card is telling you, don't give up on yourself. Just stay calm in the face of any situation. And then next up, you have the Four of Cups card. And this card is a reevaluation card. It's a confidence card as well. I'm definitely feeling a lot of self-belief in self and knowing how deserving you are. Um, Definitely contemplation here. But this card is a very good omen of trusting in the abundance of opportunities. Okay, so the next card for you here is the Chariot card. And this is a victory card. So with the Four of Cups being a really good omen and the Chariot card coming out as a victory card, you have some really great energy here to begin your reading. This is telling me that you're going to have a lot of willpower and determination when the time is needed. Okay. When you're making decisions at this time for you, Libra, it will be important for you both to consider using your heart and mind. Also, just a caution not to let the small things get blown out of proportion. Somebody very much needed to hear that message. But overall, I very much feel this is symbolic for you, that some good news of some kind is on its way to you. I love that so much. And then you have Five of Swords. So This is, again, you thinking carefully about making a choice. Overall, it's saying review your motives and everyone else that's involved, review their motives as well. Um, you do want to make sure that you're not taken advantage of in any way. So learn what you can about the situation. At the end of the day, also, if mistakes are made, don't beat yourself up about those mistakes. Um, Overall, at the end of the day, it's important to have integrity. As long as you're making your decisions based on that, you should feel confident in the fact that you are making very good decisions. Okay, then next you have the Sun card. So um, this is in your reading symbolizing abundance, you having lots of confidence in yourself, a happy outcome, plans that begin to work out perfectly. Um, This is also, I very much feel, once this decision has been made and you feel really good about it, you're actually in an energy of feeling like you're more free than you have been in a while. So it's really like a weight lifted off your shoulders. This can very much also relate to relationships and love and love being on the horizon. So, a new love opportunity coming your way. And it's a very good symbolic card of relationships flourishing. And then you have the Three of Cups card. And so here in this reading, Pentacles, Cups, and then we go on to all pretty much swords. So this is it's going to signify the possible celebration of some kind. So after you've made it through this period of needing to make a decision and then having made that decision and really feeling a relief because of it, it might be a time to celebrate based on that fact. Overall, I'm feeling it's just a happy feeling of you needing to get out and have some fun, meet up with friends. It's really it's really just enjoying friendship, and that's really what I'm getting from that card. So moving on to Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles here in your spread. Um, so I do very much see this for you, Libra, as It's a progress card. It does represent, you proceeding with integrity. It's also gonna allow you to have any patience, going forward in this situation. If there are little minor details in the future that need to be worked out, it could be a possible caution for you to, um, reassess your expenses, so that at this time you're not ending up in the red, right? Um, so just being cautious of not spending more than you're earning at this time. But this is very significant progress. So you're definitely starting out in the stillness energy, which is very much needed for you to come to a conclusion. But once you do, you definitely will have great progress in your situation that's resonating with you. And then you have the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups for you here, Libra. I'm very much feeling um, you really just 100% aligned with mind, heart, and soul. Make sure that you're staying true to yourself. You're in a very positive state of appreciation, and I love this. So it really translates into you being very grateful, feeling blessed, really cherishing what it is that you have in the now moment. It can also be symbolic of spiritual and emotional um, growth really opening up for you. So you might notice that um, could be an overall theme for you for the rest of the month. And then you have Knight of Swords, Three of Swords, and Queen of Swords. So three swords here. So the first up was the Knight of Swords. And in your reading here, sometimes I like to look at the images on the cards. I'm hearing that you're really having a deep belief in yourself and a deep belief in your dreams. Um, Also, during the end of this week, you may have some type of a visit, which will end up in kind of an unusual but also a wonderful way where spirit is connecting with you and trying to communicate with you, whether it be through symbols, synchronicities of some kind. But it could be very, like I said, with the previous card here, you Eight of Cups, you had the emotional and spiritual potential of growth beginning. So I feel that this card following immediately after is very symbolic that, yes, that will likely very much be what you're experiencing during the rest of the month of December. Also, this is a very symbolic card of subconscious programming. So any of your perspectives, really overall just keeping, and I think this came up earlier in the reading, keeping an open mind. And overall, that's generally not too much of an issue for you, Libra. For someone particular, this message is going to be for a specific individual. Using your love of music as a tool to continue on your journey is going to work best for you. It's going to be very favorable for you. So that could be on a spiritual sense. So you may be someone who, if you're religious in any way, you might be doing a choir in a church. But if you're not, and you're looking on more of an emotional level in your personal life, just allowing yourself to really connect with those emotions through music. And then it's the Three of Swords. This is going to connect you to possibly needing to forgive yourself, emotions that may start coming to the surface at the end of the week. I'm hearing that you need to forgive yourself. So if that if the emotional storm hits at the end of the week for whatever reason, and you're connecting it to something that has happened in your past, and you're really realizing that, wow, this is happening, this is coming up because I need to forgive myself and really come to terms um, with this issue. It's a reminder to take the time out to heal the emotions. You're going to feel them and heal them. And then you have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is a very observant and wise person, very truthful, someone who, when need be, can be very analytical, a realist even. This person would definitely have a very strong self-esteem, is a very clear communicator, But this is almost like you're taking the, yeah, this is very strong. It's almost as if you're taking the approach of taking your feelings and shoving them down and deciding that you don't want to deal with them at this time. You're kind of emotionally deciding to detach yourself. So that's overall how you're dealing with any possible sadness in your feelings that are coming up during the end of the week. Um, that's a very clear indicator of that. Your last card that came up is the Nine of Cups. So this is cups very much also resonate with emotions. Um, so what this is telling me, I'm so happy to see this come up at the end of your reading. What this is telling me is for you to have some time to have some sacred solitude in your life. Okay. So again, you're actually beginning your week in stillness, in a contemplation type of energy, and then towards the end of the week, for an entirely different reason on an emotional level, um, you're being called to really step into a sacred place of solitude. Because your initial response to shove down those emotions, even though it's easy to do at the time, you're realizing if you continue to do so, it really could blow up in your face in the future if you don't deal with it. During this time frame, you're really only going to allow people into your life that you feel will be supportive um, of you during this time. You're really going to want to give yourself a lot of self love. A lot of discipline is going to be required on your part in order to do this, I feel. I also heard reading thoughts. Your someone is someone is you're generally overall Libra very good at um, reading people, and you do know a lot more than you let on usually in situations. Yeah, I'm just hearing reading thoughts. So that might resonate with somebody. You may be dealing with someone in a relationship on an emotional level, and you have that ability to um, go within and read your partner's thoughts. So that might be something that comes up for some of you during the time of stillness at the end of the week. But if you're able to maintain discipline and have some self control with really working through the emotions that do come up, it's a really great indication that you're really setting yourself up with a great foundation to move into 2020. And I do feel here there's very much a feeling of when you do stick to this type of a plan and trust that everything really is unfolding for you exactly as spirit intended. Um, yeah, that you'll be in an amazing place to really move into 2020. Okay, so that's the end of your reading for this week, Libra. I very much enjoyed taking the time out to do this reading today. I will continue to do these weekly readings. So if you're interested, come back and join me. I do also have 2020 forecasts available on my website. So if you're interested in those, take a look at those. Um, yeah, um, I think that the energy here is overall very balanced. Um, it's nothing stressful in any way. You very much feel balanced. Things are coming up, yes, but it's nothing that you can't handle, that's for sure. All right, well, thank you very much for joining me, and please feel free to come back and hit on like and subscribe.